Morning guys, so just a really quick video about some changes that are coming to our group page and also to our team as a whole. So it's just off the back of a couple of conversations with Abby. I've also been doing some of the Lisa Prescott training and it's from feedback from my own team as well. So we're really excited. Obviously our team frontline is growing as well as a downline now as well. So we've got a couple of team members that have recruited for themselves as well. There's also lots of potential promotions coming through within the team, which is really exciting, especially for those of you that have not been doing it for very long. It's amazing. What that does mean is obviously our team is growing, so if you are new to the team, welcome to the team. Please use the team page. It's really useful. Get to know other people that are at a similar start or a similar position within their journey. It also means that for those of you that have started to recruit, and for me and Nat as your upline, our time has been split more and more. So for those of you that have not watched the mentor video that I did for the whole of the All-Stars, that highlights the importance of the 80-20 rule. So when you start to recruit, even from your first team member, you're really supposed to stick with the 80-20 rule, which means that for 80% of the time you're focused on your own activity. So you are continuing to recruit, to prospect and to retail, and 20% of your time will be spent on your team. So that doesn't sound like great favourable odds if you've got 2 or 3 or 4 team members. And that's why that video is really useful, because I think it goes through and breaks that down for you, gives you loads of hints and tips on how to get your team started from the beginning, and also on how to stick to the 80-20 rule. Off the back of that, we've now decided that I'm going to do what Abby and Lisa and lots of other leaders do, and that's the 4 case credit clinic. So what this will do is replace one-to-ones for the beginning of the month and the mid-month for those people who are not consistently 4 case credits active. This is not a step back from being a mentor at all. This is just trying to negate our time the way that it's best used within the business. So if people are consistently not 4 case credit active, and we're doing sort of meetings with them at the beginning of the month and meetings at mid-month, and sometimes there's been no activity in between the 2 meetings either, so there's nothing really to review by the time we're doing a mid-month review, we tend to be saying the same things to those people. So the things that we will encourage you to do to be 4 case credit active are the same things that we'll be saying to you. And as our team grows, to try and fit sort of 5 or 6 or 10 month start reviews where 3 or 4 or 5 of them are going to consist of the same content because they're with people that aren't yet 4 case credit active, and it just makes more sense to do them all in one go. So they're going to be in a webinar. It's going to be at a set date and time, so it's interactive. You can log on, you can ask questions. It'll still be like your one-to-one. There'll just be a couple of other people online at the same time as you, but they won't be complete strangers. You know, they'll be your team members. It'll also be recorded, so if it is that you can't make that set date and time, then there's no problem. You can just watch the recording. Obviously, we will still be here to answer every single question. We'll still be your mentor in every other regard. We're just not going to sort of purposefully do a full one-to-one at the start of every month and then another full one-to-one in the middle of the month if it is that you're not 4 case credit active. This isn't for people that have just started at all. So if you're sort of 1 or 2 months into the business and you're not 4 case credit active yet, then obviously you're still right at the beginning of that journey. So we will still be sitting down and doing your one-to-ones and making sure that you've had the best start, that you've done all the training and that you're compliant. This is for people that sort of 3 or 4 or 5 months in are still struggling with the 4 case credits. So it will be a bit of extra training for you, a little bit of extra help. I think it'll work better that we're going to do it all together, because you might be struggling with the same area, so you can bounce off each other as well. So that's just a little change to the one-to-one structure from now on. Secondly, on the group page, so the Team Vitality Peak meets Aspire to Inspires page, you will see now that there is a pinned post. And what that pinned post is for your new business recruits. So your new team members, please make sure that for duplication's sake, you are adding your team members to this group. It's a lot smaller, it's a lot more personal than the All-Stars. It's really nice, we all get to know each other. I've done a video, it's 45 minutes long, and I had some feedback over the last couple of weeks about the training pod pinned post being quite daunting for new team members because there's just so much on it. People were sort of expanding that pod and seeing all the videos and everything they were supposed to be doing within the first few weeks and just being really overwhelmed. So hopefully the video that I've done goes right from what is a case credit up to how to place your order. It goes through things to make sure that they are making the best use of their time. So this top 10 new business owner tips, a lot of the things on there they can be doing before their box has even arrived, and I can't stress the importance of striking while the iron's hot. So when that person signed up with their business box, get them rolling straight away, don't have them hanging around. There's also new albums, so if you go into the photos across the top and then into the albums, there's the 30 days of Christmas offer, so there are 30 ready-made compliant adverts for you to use. You can edit them and add your own details on. You can send these to friends and family, or you can use them as status updates. You can start them now from whichever day we happen to be on when you're watching this video, or you can say that you're going to start them from the 1st of December or whatever you want. There's also some Christmas gift ideas there, so for those of you that are new, if you pop into that album, you'll see some ideas of how we've presented the products for Christmas. Christmas is one of the biggest times retail wise, so I've also, where I can, put links underneath those photos to where I've got any extra materials that aren't forever branded, so like the baubles there. The Emma Cooper recruitment slides. Emma Cooper's training was absolutely fantastic, but unfortunately we lost access to it. I've managed to get the slides, so they're the slides from that training. If you're looking to start recruiting, that's a really good place to start. And the product gurus, I'm still waiting for a few people to get back to me with their video on their products that they were given. And also they are the people that sort of are outstanding or have got a lot of knowledge in those particular products. So if you open that album, there'll be a picture of each member of the team, and they've each been given a product to work with. And the training videos. So if you open that up, you will find the Welcome to the Team, which has got the essential training that every single person starting should be watching or should have watched. The Failing to Plan is Planning to Fail. That's just got the video that I did about how to do the high-low planning meeting. There's launching, then there's retail, there's recruiting, mentoring, suggested reading, international sponsoring, dates for your diary, resources. I'm so proud of you is going to have all of the recognition videos that we do, and the incentives. So dates for your diary and incentives, I'm going to keep them really, really clean, so I'm going to delete them as we go through. So basically it's just going to be a quick reference point for any incentives that we've got going on. What I will just quickly ask is, for anybody that's not watched the compliant videos, please watch them. So it's a little bit frustrating when I get people from our team and from our upline pointing out that members of my team are doing things that are really non-compliant. You should have all done your compliance training when you started, and if you do watch the video that I did make, what you will see highlighted there is that all the compliance videos, I think there's 2 or 3 of them, they actually add up to less than 10 minutes, so they're all 3 or 4 minutes long. So really there's no reason to have not watched them. So I would like everybody to please watch those videos. Please comment when you've done so that I know that you've definitely watched them. And then, to be honest, going forward, if you continue to do things that aren't compliant, at least I've got a reference point. I can point out that I did make sure you knew how to be compliant. And just a really quick note about your business tools. So the little photo there, dates for your diary, that's one of the photos in the training album. What I'm going to do under there is only put things that are for prospects on there. So I'm going to put all of the BPs, the local business presentations, where you can physically take a prospect along to. So we've got a really good one on a Tuesday run by Helen and Gio. There's one in Stone on a Thursday. There's one in Crewe. If you need one local to your area, let me know and I'll try and find one for you. I'm also going to put on there the links for the Monday night business presentation. So that's an online version with various members of the team, as well as the Tuesday Meet My Mentor and the Thursday Meet My Mentor with Victoria Warren. So what this will be is, if you've got a hot prospect that you think is going to sign up and you need something to show them or somewhere to take them, this will be a really quick reference point for you. And what I will quickly say is to make sure you are using these tools before you lose them. So we are really lucky. There aren't many areas where there are so many business presentations. There's not many team members like team leaders, like Abby, that put on the Meet My Mentor on a weekly basis and take time out of their diary to do this for you. So make sure that you are making use of those tools. Incentives, so there's loads of incentives on at the moment. November and December are massive months, so we're midway through November now. Hopefully you're all on track. If you're not, there's still half a month left to put that right. Some of you are capable of doing amazing things in a really short space of time, so please don't give up hope if you're not where you want to be. But yeah, the incentives at the moment are amazing. So there's a £100 gift voucher incentive on All Stars. Abby's rerunning the photo shoot incentive, and myself and Nat have also started to put incentives, obviously, on out of our own pockets for you guys. I don't know about you, but sometimes sort of the incentives on All Stars almost feel like winning the lottery in terms of probability of winning them. There's that many people on there. So the incentives that we're putting on are amazing, because there's only sort of 16 to 20 people on our group page, so it means that you've all got a really good chance of winning them or achieving them, so definitely go for them. Is there anybody out there who's just referring to the group page? So we set up the group page to make it more time efficient for myself and Nat to get in contact with you all at the same time, and also as an interactive group for us so that we all get to work as a team. Sometimes if we're putting posts on there asking for your feedback or your help, if we're asking when you're free for your one-to-ones, please make sure you are replying. Obviously I know not everyone's hooked up to Facebook 24/7, that's not what I mean at all, but just make sure that maybe of an evening or every couple of days you are looking through the page and just making sure that you are using it and you are replying. Because off the back of that, you know, I really do like the fact that the group page has brought us all together as a team. So I can't wait for us all to go to our first success days, to all sit together. Hopefully we're trying to arrange a meet up at the moment. It's been really lovely to see the team working together, and it's definitely something that I want to continue. It makes a massive difference working as a team rather than sort of feeling like you're starting this journey on your own. And obviously alongside that goes with the most powerful leadership tool you have as your own personal example. So this is going to become massive for people whose teams are growing at the moment. You need to make sure you're leading from the front, your Facebook's right, because your Facebook's now taken on another angle. It's, you know, the Facebook of a leader, so people are going to be looking at what you're doing and they're going to be duplicating it. So just make sure that you're on top of everything you can. The last thing that I'll say is the prospecting Deep for Diamond is something that's come up quite recently, and it's quite relevant to our team now as our team members start to recruit their own team. And what that means is if you've watched Abigail's Sapphire journey, you'll know the relationship between Abigail, Louise and Ange, and the impact that Ange had on Abby's business. And it also teaches us all of the networking marketing books that you will read will teach you to work really deep within your team. That's amazing because it means that you're supporting your team member, your direct team member, with their recruitment journey. So they're watching you and you're helping them manage their first few team members, especially if you recruit quite early on in your journey when you're still getting to grips with things yourself. It also means that for your downline, they're getting an involvement from you who are obviously more experienced. So please don't see it as an insult if your sponsor is getting involved in your team. That it's not what it is at all. It's actually taught to us to do that. It's really beneficial, and it's something that you need to make sure that you're doing once your own team members start recruiting. So you need to make sure that the duplication process is completed all the way through, and that your team members have got everything they need from your sponsor and from you. And also cross-line, you know, the fact that myself and Nat have started to work together has made a big difference to our team, and neither Abby nor Helen have got really funny about the fact that we've started to work together and we started to create training documents together, because that's not what this business is about. It's about helping each other sort of all the way through the generations of your team and cross-line as well. So buddying up is something I would definitely recommend. If you're just starting out, try and find someone else that's just starting out too. If you're just going for supervisor or just going for your first few recruits, definitely find somebody in a similar position because it makes a massive difference. And what I will say is there's a quick video there by Louise that's a couple of minutes long, and I'd really like it if everybody could try and watch that for me. So just in summary, anybody who joined in October, November, please watch the intro video in the pinned post. I will be making a list of the people that joined in October, November, and asking you to let me know when you've watched that video. So it is about 45 minutes long, but it is a real thorough introduction to the business. It tells you exactly what you should be doing, and you need to be doing that as soon as possible to make a massive difference to your business. It would also be really helpful if people that have been in the business a little bit longer, and perhaps you did use the training pod as a first reference, if they watched that video too, just for a bit of personal feedback from myself. Please encourage all new team members to do the same. So please use our group page, please add your team members to it, and make sure that they watch that video as a first port of call, because that video explains to them everything, like I say, from a case credit to the importance of doing your first box selfie, and everything really. Everyone please watch the video regarding mentors and team members by Louise, so I'll pop the link on below this post. And please watch the compliance videos and then make sure you're compliant. So there are people within our team that have got non-compliant team names, business names, logos. I've seen leaflets that are not compliant. You need to make sure that you're compliant, because otherwise you can have your business ID taken away from you and you can also be fined. So compliance isn't something that we rant about because we think it's funny. You know, it has got serious implications. Please make sure you're using the tools available to you, so the BPs, the online ones and everything, and make sure you're a leader if you are a leader. The compound effect is massive. So for those of you that feel like you've been working the business for quite a while and aren't getting anywhere, hopefully Bev's going to do a really quick video about how all of a sudden in the last couple of weeks her business has just boomed, and that's because the compound effect has massively started to kick in for Bev. Be your best yet. So we are halfway through the month. I really wanted to be on that top spot, so in that top 10. Think how amazing that will be for your own prospects if they can see that your little team is within the top 10 when that post goes up on All Stars. So we've got half a month left. Some of you last month did incredible things within the last week of the month or the first week of the month. We absolutely smashed it. So let's try and go from today and try and smash every single day. So yeah,